Hello and welcome to part 2 of the introduction to our cycling career with our Black Spoke Pro Cycling Academy, who I have renamed as Black Spoke Pro Cycling Academy. So today's race is a cobbled race, and we are doing the whole loop hit and use blood. Our classics team, we will look at them right now. If we go through the list, we have Matthew van der Poel, who's our leader for today. Have not adjusted any of his stats at all. Bob Youngles, once again, he is a domestic for Van der Poel. We've got Ryan Mullen, we saw him last episode as well. Scully, same again, but he's got great cobble. Dion Smith, a new one to the team, or a new introduction today. He's a all-round domestic, given his stats maybe one or two up in a few areas, otherwise keeping him generally the same. Dylan Tunes, once again, he is a great cobble domestic also. And we've got Matteo Trentin as our sprinter for today's stage. So we will be riding for Van der Poel, and if in doubt, we will have Trentin there in support. So we can start the race rolling. Now just a word of warning, I am absolutely useless at cobble stages. Really don't like playing them, but we'll give it a go. So we'll get Mullen, and he can protect Van der Poel. We're not going to put anyone in the breakaway. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our competition. So Philip Gilbert with Lotto Soudal and John Degenkolb and Caleb Ewan. Great. Wout van Aert, Dylan Groenewegen, Mike Turnison, Tony Martin. Great. Van Avermaet, Demarki, not so much. Wozanowski, Yves Lampard, Ballerini, and they got Hodge and Jakobsen. Is Niels Pollitt for Israel. Jasper Stuyven. Peter Sagan is Ackerman. No, he's not so good at cobble. Van Marke, Narsen, Terpstra for Total Direct Energie. Stephen Kuhn, Alexander Christoph, Benoot, okay. Van Baarle, Hausler, Rolands, Van Poppel, De Vries. What happened there? Why are the people at the back? There's been a crash. Omar Frale and Biermans. Let's have a look who's in the breakaway. Oh, they've just been caught again. Okay. Nizzolo for NTT, Bach for B&B, Christopher Laporte for Cofidis, with Ilya Viviani there as well, Mordello for Alpecin, Durbridge for Mitchelton, and Springers for Sport van Bladeren. Jans van Rensburg and Springers are at the front. Who's the one trying to get in here? Ewan and Groenewegen at the front, pacing them down. So, why did I choose Matthew van der Poel for my squad? Well, it was between Van der Poel and Van Aert, and I just haven't raced with Van der Poel much. I decided, why not? Who's this taking now? Wayne Dool, Durbridge, Ball. Oh well, they're just going to chase down. We're going to sit back, and there's a 33, must be kilometers an hour wind, yep. So it's going to be quite a crosswind the whole race. Got to watch out for those echelons. And there's been a crash. Everyone will be able to get back. Stannard, Jakobsen, Van Aert, Bonifacio, Duval, Stuyven, Van Marke. And it looks like Trek coming back for Stuyven, which is pretty good. And CCC is coming back for Van Aert. De Kronik is coming back for Lampard. Jeez, everyone crashed. Looks like Jumbo is pacing this back down again. Who's in the breakaway that they don't like? I don't really know. Maybe Rishmish, Jens van Rensburg. I don't know. So breakaway further here, Durbridge and Dool. Wait for them to establish. Good old crosswinds. We'll use Dion Smith because of his bad race form for our bottles. He'll be our domestic as such. Oh, I don't like Cobble races. There's a 4-star, 3-star, 4-star. It looks reasonably alright. Yeah, so now you can see a bit more of our squad. Bit of a shame that a few of the time trialists are also good at Cobble. Mullen, Youngles, Scully, Tunes. So you don't actually see that much more of the squad. But it just shows we're not so much Cobble orientated. So you did notice today that I was already in the race and not on the menu, because I didn't want to give too much away, as I might have done last episode. If you already know who the riders are, you already know, but I'm going to do this video thing, and it's raining. So the difficulty is hard, or extreme, I'll check after the race, and the full rate is still just 1. So it's raining and crosswind. It's going to create quite some havoc. And we've got the first section of cobbles coming up. This one here, is it? Yes. Okay, so we'll slow it down to ×1 when we go over the cobbles. Because you really don't want to stuff anything up, and we'll possibly put Dion Smith on some work. We don't want to get blocked. Because I remember from multiplayer races, cobbles actually suck. Getting blocked is actually the worst in the world. Trenton's kind of reasonably far back. Who's at the back? Still dropped. Racket for Alpus and Phoenix. Plankart, he's stopping for water. For maybe puncture. His teammate Petilli is dead. Dion Smith back on that, and we'll keep going. We don't want to get water on cobbles, we don't want to get dropped on the cobbles. A few small hills, but Vanderpool will be able to make it up. Durbridge will be dropped now, and Van Rensburg's catching up. I still haven't managed to make those National Champs jerseys. Luckily no one in this race here, or Youngles does, still has one. But we will get onto it. I will get onto it at some point. Attack by people, just Carl Anderson, Matthews, they're not good to be in a breakaway, might chase that down actually. Dimar, oh god. Dimar and Dagenkolb. That breakaway is getting pretty big now. We'll send Smithy back now to get some bottles. I mean, who is the favourite? The favourite is Gilbert and Van Aert. So I hope we won't do anything yet until we get up to these tougher cobbles. Keep the pace up. Make it a short and sweet video. Still slight crosswind. I don't know what else to say about our team. Like I said last episode, I was thinking about making a team with every rider in the Giro d'Italia being a national champion. So we haven't seen any of those riders yet. We might actually do a sprint stage next. Show off our sprinter and our lead-out train, and then we'll also show off a few of the riders, maybe a few of the domestics, because looks like today, yeah, we just kind of got coal riders. We didn't specifically grab any domestics. And of those domestics will be some national champions. Oh, there's another cobble section. I'm going to be watching the thing, not just talking. This one should be fine though. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Van Poppel. I thought that said Vanderpool and I was going to cry. Yep, so I'll keep it on ×2 for now. So, there'll be some national champions who aren't normal national champions. So, we won't necessarily have the French national champion. Well, who is the French national champion? It's Barguil. We might not have Barguil, we might have Barguil. But like countries like Spain, we don't have Valverde. We won't have Valverde. He's a very well-known person. There'll be some countries that are not well-known. Countries like Malaysia, maybe Ukraine, maybe Belarus, or Poland, something Very odd clash for champs. We also have a few youth riders to invest in. Well, one youth rider to invest in. Everyone else is kind of a talent. But this youth rider in real life has shown some quite good potential. So what I've done is I've modified his stats in order to reflect more of what he is in real life, but he's not at any of the... None of his stats are 70 yet. None of them. Because he's not that good. He's still a junior. I didn't want to make everyone super elite. Like, when I first made this database, I was, amped them all up. Amped all the stats up to where I wanted them to be, not what they actually are. Like Dion Smith, he had 77 sprint, and then looking back on his results for the past 2 years, he does not have 77 sprint. So I looked back what his results are in the current World DB, and was like, hey, it's about 69, 70. He is about that. Increase it slightly. Same with Bevan, Bevan, I love Bevan. He's a really good rider. I was like, Bevan, he deserves 85 time trial. That's bloody unrealistic. He does not deserve that low load road attacking. Oh, we're going to have a cobbled climb here, so we might pull Smithy to the front to a bit of work. Oh, it's a bit wider though, so that's alright. Oh, don't block anyone. As long as Vanderpool does not get blocked, that's the main thing. Oh, there's going to be some splits going through here. Okay, we're going to have to get more to the front, because there's another one coming soon. Do we make a train? Oh, don't block Trenton, man. You can protect Trenton, because you almost did, I suppose. Smith, get your ass up to the front. There's another climb coming. Why is Vanderpool standing still? Stop getting blocked. Now Tunes is getting blocked. Who's the four off the front now? It's Rollins, Clay Anderson, Narson, and Gilbert. And then Stuyven. Okay, we need to move up to the front. We've got a reasonable distance till we get the next set of cobbles. Smithy's been dropped. Great. Okay, everyone's getting dropped. Youngleton's in the front bunch. Tunes is there with them. Trentine, catch back up. Who's dragging you up? Golden. No, we can work together. Scully. Oh, damn it. Come on. Youngles, get more up to the front of this bunch, because I don't want you getting dropped either. Tunes should probably actually be doing the work. It's not actually the cobbles that are doing the damage, these little hills just at the back of the cobbles. Get back up to the pillars. Up. Who's here? Martin, Lisa. Okay, no one important, so no one's going to do the work for us. Yeah, Dion Smith, work us back up. Trenton working. Scully, do some work. Okay, Tunes is here now. Tunes, you can protect Youngles. Youngles, get your ass up to the front. You can always get Trenton to protect Vanderpool and work. Get Mullins, Smith, and Scully to work. Once we go over this last little climb, the most of the problem should be gone, I think. Who's still here? Gaviria. Great. Oh, just because it's blocking. Actually, we will make a train. Mullen, Smith, put Scully in there. And then go Trentine, and then Vanderpool. Okay, let's get across, come on. Stop this dilly and dallying. Oh, there's another cobble section coming up. Youngles better not get blocked here. I'm focusing on Youngles for the moment. Ryan Mullen, Energy Gel. Because Youngles is up in the front bunch. Sweet. Now we're on the cobbles. Scully doing the work now. Ryan Mullen automatic. Come on. My domestics are pretty much dead. And that's a problem. We're going to play this one tactically now that we've lost Vanderpool. Oh, Bernard attacks. Let's follow. Youngles. Cobrelli and Anderson. We will leave them because at the moment we've got Van Aert here and Lampard, and they've got a lot of teammates. They can do the chasing for us. Terpstra's still here, and no other. Oh, and Vermeersch. Come on, Trentin. Scheiße. I'll get blocked, Youngles. Yes, we're right together. Yes. Kinda. As long as Youngles stays in this front bunch, there's another lot of Cobble coming. Been pacing. Oh, Trentin. This is not going well at all. I do not like this. Oh, Vanderpool, punch it! You! Oh, I have to wait now for everyone to wait for Vanderpool. Because he is more... Because... Great. Vanderpool, you can do some work. This is actually not a good time. Happy I brought Bob Youngles, because I was actually thinking of not bringing Bob Youngles. Because, work full out for Vanderpool. Be a great time. No, it wouldn't be. Okay, Vanderpool, we can actually just, like, move up around the outside. If we can get up to this front bunch before the Cobbles here. Yeah, we use Tunes, Trentin, come on, get up to here. Now you can protect Youngles or one or the other. Cool. Get in Youngles' wheel. It's just easier to sit in Youngles' wheel. Either recover or something else. Everyone's looking kind of dead. Might start a bit of a pace going. Who was that? Van Baarle's attacking. Get on his wheel. No, not worth it. Fine, we'll just sit up then. It's not asking chase. Next bit of Cobbles. Start pacing at the front again. 23 kilometers to go. Van Avermaet's attacking. We're just pacing a lot harder than we are. Jeez. Let's attack, okay. When you click attack and it just looks like they're right far, and Gilbert's... What happened to Gilbert? He just stopped. Let's follow these guys, come on. No, don't pace hard. We don't want to let the second bunch catch up, but they probably will. We've got Gilbert, Roland, Van Baarle, Demar. Demar will win the sprint. We'll probably get some bottles with Vanderpool, even though we are right at the back, which is even better. Demar looks dead, which is good. Gilbert's came back across. Who's attacking now? Pause that, even though we really shouldn't pause it. Follow Stuyven. Nope, doesn't let me follow Stuyven. Cool. So Kyung. Nope, let's just pace up then, because you guys have been great. I'm missing all the moves today, boys. It's Bittiel and Denmarker. Oh, come on. Yes, follow Denmarker, let's go. He's pulling us back. Nice. Peter Sagan still at the front. Stuyven, Christoph, and Avermaet, Lampard. Okay, cool. Oh, they're attacking again! No, I didn't click on him. I wanted to pace after him. These crosswinds are wreaking havoc on the riders. Okay, we just sit in these guys' wheels. These guys should do a lot of the work for us. Oh, Bittiel just sits up now. Cool. What a coinky dink. Youngles is dead. Great. Youngles, you gotta protect Vanderpool now. Okay, we will sprint for a top 10. We'll just sit in for the moment. Stuyven's here. We can probably take Stuyven if Stuyven hasn't done much work. It probably has done much work. Don't really want to pay somebody to be sitting up. 6 Ks to go. Everyone's really just sitting there. If we attack on this corner, can we get any advantage? Oh, there's cobbles here. We attack on the cobbles. Oh, it's a down arrow, not an up arrow. Great, that's why I stuffed up there. So no, we can't do that. Bob Youngles. Oh, great, missed the move. We'll just sprint now with Youngles and with Vanderpool. And we'll try and get a top. Oh, Christoph attacks Saga in the last minute. Didn't celebrate really early. 3rd for Stephen Kung. 4th for Nason. Bernard, Stuyven, Lampard. Oh, great, they came past us at the end. Please be a top 10. No. Oh. I mean, this is probably my best performance in a Cobble race. So that's going to be adventure of the season, is racing Cobble races. Well, everyone came in at 84th for Scully. It's the lowest place we got, which is pretty good actually for someone who can't do cobbles. Let's have a look at these time splits once everyone finishes. Yeah, you see Christoph attacking. Good on him. We went too early with the sprints. Vanderpool, 13th, we're a minute down on Christoph, who beat Sagan by 22 seconds. Youngles was like a further minute back on Vanderpool. And anyone, where's our lowest rider? Let's have a look. Tom Scully, Dion Smith, Dylan Tunes, Ryan Mullen all came 5:57, and Trentin 4:33. So that's introduction to our Cobble Riders. Tomorrow we'll have a look at, or next episode, sorry, we'll have a look at a sprint stage.